Namaskar, Namaskaram, Sat Sri Akal, Salam Alaikum to all of you, and welcome to this magical evening. You've made it magical for me by the kind of welcome he gave me, and all of you did. There is nothing more that any artist would want in this life, and which is why I say, and he says that I'm a people's person. It's really true. If tonight, if this moment, everything were to finish, how happy and how humbled I would be, and how full of gratitude I would be. Because music is everything for me, and my audience is just one notch over that, over the music. And how did I get into music? Satya, what a long answer would you want for that? Because music is everything I've ever wanted in my life, never thinking that I wanted it till Srishti Jha's father, Shri Vikas Kumar Jha, asked me all those amazing questions. I wasn't prepared for anything like that. और लोग कहते हैं कि जो पॉप सिंगर्स होते हैं या नाइट क्लब सिंगर्स होते हैं उनके सिर्फ इंग्लिश में बुक्स लिखे जाते हैं पता नहीं क्यों लैंग्वेज इट्स अ प्री कंसीव्ड आइडिया but when he decided finally, after all the endless conversations that we had, he decided, or rather, I asked him, how could this ever be an interview? And he said, well, we'll make it into a biography. And imagine a person who was singing, never know how much I love you. How much I care. Imagine someone like that being written about in Hindi. That is my biggest, what shall I say, achievement or whatever you want to call it. Blessing. I think blessing. क्योंकि लोग हमेशा सोचते हैं कि स्पेशली इन द हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री सोचते हैं कि अरे ये तो अंग्रेजी गाती है क्या गाएगी हमारे लिए एंड देन एक से बढ़कर एक हिट हुए वैसे तो खींच खींच के हमारी सिर्फ आई हैव ओनली अबाउट 1,000 songs आई थिंक ऑल टुगेदर व्हेन ऑल no, all the other singers, if there was any other singer, I hope there'll never be another singer over here. Yeah, but at least I'm honest, yeah. So if there were any other singers you interviewed, they have nothing less than 10,000, no? 40,000, 50,000 recordings, and I don't have all that much. But I have all of you. And I don't think that happens to every singer. After singing for 54 years, you got that wrong. It was you said 53, it's 54. And he said 16, it's 18 languages. And music has been the binding force. So after Shri Vikas Kumar Jha wrote this book, he called it Ullaski Now. And I think that's all that I really want in life is to bring happiness and a smile on everybody's face. That's it. Please don't cut off the mic, huh? Beach,
Okay, I
beach
got
mein.
back. I got back. Usha ji.
Yeah, about music. So I was just coming to that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So how did I get into music? Quite by chance. Nothing was planned. I come from a very musical family. My father and mother, my grandparents, everybody were into music, whether it was Mozart, Beethoven, or Chopin, or listening to Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab, or listening to Bismillah Khan, or Kishori Amonkar and Dagar Brothers, and you name it, all musical. And then on the other hand, we had Radio Ceylon and BBC and Voice of America, where we listened to Frank Sinatra and Cliff Richard and Beatles and everything. So we were a very musical family. And funnily enough, I went to not funny that from a South Indian traditional family, the two original singers, Indira and Uma, the Sami sisters, my two elder sisters, who were the original singing Sami sisters, and they did Western music only. And then, at that time, when, I mean, 54 years ago, you want to clap for that? 54 years of singing. My God, when I say it, I really feel I shock myself. In those days, there was nothing but the radio. Nothing. We didn't have any television or anything. So I didn't copy anybody. I just, yeah, you know what I mean. So it's not how good or how bad, but how original a singer, and I'm 100% original. किसी की copy नहीं की मैंने, and how could I copy? Because I never learned music in my life, not a note of music. Whatever I learned was through experience and being with you, as I always say, music is not my business, communication is. And I found that, even though my music teacher threw me out of class and she said, Usha, I can't fit you in anywhere because your voice is so deep and it's so husky and it's so this and it's so that. But she knew that I had music in me. So she made me a good percussion player. I'm a very good percussion player. I mean, tambourine and whatnot. But then I think music was in my blood, really. And I knew in every party or anything like that, everybody would say, please sing, and I would desperate to sing, and I would sing. I'm banging on the table and say, Meri Zahara Jabin, or I would sing, yeah, the song like, I don't know how this song came up to me. Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. So that was a long, long time ago. And I had all these influences all from Radio Salon and, of course, Vivid Bharati. So I was a mixture. I learned all the languages, and coming from a South Indian family, we spoke Tamil at home. Are there any South Indians here? One. Oh, plenty. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, 10. Okay. And sitting in the middle of Madhya Pradesh, it's really wonderful to know that we have people who will agree with me that finally it doesn't matter where you come from. जो कुछ भी हो जाए हम ये कहेंगे हम एक थे एक हैं एक हमेशा रहेंगे भारतीय, right? Hindustani. And we're so happy and so lucky to know that we have so many different languages. So there I was singing in all different kind of languages because I heard it on the radio. And there used to be, I don't know if any of you, please don't feel bad to agree that you know that in 54 years ago, you also liked the same song because some people are worried about the age. I'm not, because retro is where it's at. Everybody wants to listen to what it used to be, and everybody wants to listen to the old music one more time. Nobody wants just the new thing. So all these lovely children over here think that Madonna did Fever first, but I did Fever in 1969. Yo! How do you say that? Yo! So is the finger right now? You've got some new things, no? Whatever. We didn't have anything like that. We just went up and sang, and that's all I knew how to sing. And so there were people who said that I sounded like Kishore Kumar, or I sounded like Mohammad Rafi or Mannada or Tom Jones or Jose Feliciano. Almost always people always thought that I sang men's songs, okay? But I think a song is a song is a song, and a song has no gender, really. Wow. I mean, really, a man can sing any song and a woman can sing any song. Have you ever heard of a bhajan being sung only by a man or only by a woman? So why only in pop music was this thing about, or Indian music, that only the good girls have to sing in their high voice, like Lataji Mangeshkar, and I got all the bad girls. And yeah, I mean, it's really strange because I'm such a good girl, as all of you can see. So music became part of me and an extension of whatever I stood for. And that was to be together with people, whoever it was, whether it was with one person in the audience, with my father or mother or whoever. It was always in my bloodstream. And I think the first time professionally I heard applause, it was like the biggest high in my life. Biggest. Much bigger than all of you know now about single malt and vodkas being mixed with this and that and shots. And I don't know what you'll talk about, but I'm on a natural high. I just need all of you in front of me, and whoa, there I am. So it's music that brought me here. And thank God for that. Thank God for the music, and thank God for the fact that I feel it's so pompous, no, to say the Queen of Indian pop. Ugh. But I am so. என்ன சொல்றதுன்னு புரியவே இல்லை எனக்கு. So which means I don't know what to say, because it's such a fantastic thing to say the Queen of Indian pop, but it truly is, because there was nobody else when I started singing. Okay.
No,
And
no, 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 no. Don't take all my questions away now.
oh, you okay? Okay, sorry. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
I was going to ask you, because that's an amazing story, written beautifully by you, Shrishti, on your first performance. How did it happen in the club?
Ask her.
No.
As this beautiful girl. Actually, for me, the thing is, it's so amazing to be written by somebody who is so young. Okay, so this kind of covers the fact that I'm a people singer, and that music has no age and no gender, no class, no color, no, I mean nothing, no sex, no age, nothing like that. And I just think it's so marvelous to be able to tell everybody that Srishti has written about me. I mean, look at her age and look how beautiful she is. Of course, it's not the thing that I'm much slimmer than she is, but yeah, but she writes marvelously. And do you want to talk about that, my first performance?
You had gone with your aunt Leela Nathan, and she was accompanying you because it's like your family wanted a guardian to go with you, and she started singing, and if I remember correctly, she was compared to a phoenix. Like when she started performing at Nine Gems, the entire environment had become, it was totally filled with her voice. Like I don't remember the exact sort of like words that as to like how my father described it or how I did, but I remember the term phoenix there, and she was just rising and rising and rising, and everything that evening became about that voice. And there's this young woman in her kanjivaram sari with her gajra, her bindi, her bangles, and it's like the end of her anchal tied to the mic. That's Ushaji's style, and she's just singing, and her eyes are closed, and she's just singing, and people are just getting overwhelmed, and they all are kind of comparing her to different ideas of what they find mesmerizing. So yeah, sort of like it was your first performance, and then your aunt was just looking at everybody. Maybe she was.
And the funny thing is that it was in Madras.
Yes, and yeah, she was like a phoenix that night. I mean, that's what I remember from the chapter that
That's such a
I
lovely
translated from the
word
original
to
work.
say.
So yeah, that is.
I was thinking, since language has no barriers, shall we conduct this in Tamil?
Of course, but they won't understand.
So no barriers, no?
No,
They'll
but
understand
neither
your
will you,
voice.
but I'll explain properly. Karunga, enna vannalam karunga.
No, I was just.
Why this Kolaveri demon?
I'd love to hear that from you.
Yeah,
When you
actually,
sing
sometimes the strangest songs have the deepest meanings, really. And I don't think when Anirudh really wrote this, or when Dhanush really sang it, or the video became viral, I don't think they really realized. And I was the first one to pick it up, and I mean, as a performer, because everybody else thought it was such a silly song to sing. But I found that you could a song doesn't really always have to be so deep and with a lot of cerebral stuff in it, because sometimes people are looking for something which you can just relate to, and just enjoy just for a little while. But this song turned out to be really, for me, every time I sing a song, even if I've sung it 3 million times before, like Kali Teri Guttu Te Paranda Tera Lalni, for me, every time I sing it, I have to reinvent, reconstruct, rediscover, figure out how I can bring something new to you. And when I sang Kolaveri Deep, both Dhanush and Anirudh both said that they never thought that someone like myself or any other singer would sing Kolaveri Deep. And somehow at that time there was a little bit of a problem that was going on in the country, small problem. And I kept saying, why this Kolaveridi? Kolaveri means the murdering mood, so much of violence. Why? When we come from a land of Bapuji and, Gandhiji, we talk about non-violence. So why this Kolaveri D? Why this Kolaveri D? Da? And it made so much sense when I spoke about it, and then I sang it. And there was some things in my mind. I feel that when you say it in that particular language, it it no